Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at crackthefemalecode.com. So the caveman is our spirit animal, if you will. It's our mascot. Because what I've done is over the years I've studied everything under the sun when it comes to human behavior, psychology, hypnosis, neurolinguistic programming, etc., etc. And what my course does is, here's what my course does not do. We don't teach tips because tips do not work. We also do not give advice. What we do is we do two things. Number one, we teach you how to understand women and how to understand what love is to a woman and what romance and what seduction is to a woman, not to a man. Because you already know that, and unconsciously you are actually trying to seduce her, lover, and romance her in the way that a man is romanced, because that's the way you're neurologically wired. So to you, that makes logical sense, but it doesn't make any logical sense because that's not the way she's wired. When you start to look at a woman from the perspective like, okay, so she's different. Yes, she is literally neurologically, meaning the nerves in her nervous system and brain are wired to different parts of her brain. This is why you have to understand the way a woman is turned on, the way a woman's mating system is triggered, the way a woman's heart is loved. See, if you continue to try to express your love in the male way that a male will understand, it'll work if you're into males. If you're into men, hey, you're good to go. But if you're into women, you're gonna have to understand they are wired in the opposite direction. So here's what happens. You express your love, you buy her flowers, you buy her roses, you work hard, you make as much money as you can to buy her nice things and to take her out to expensive dinners, because this is the way you romance a man. That's all visual, that's all money, that's all external. The left brain is the external brain. The male mating system is connected to the eyes, visual. The female mating system is connected to the right brain. So here you are doing things. The left brain is the external world. It's all about money and things and buying things. These are all things that are outside of your body. The female brain is the internal brain about the emotions and feelings inside the body. This is what women highly value, and they say it to you all the time, but you can't hear it. And that's what this course is about. The reason why you can't hear it is because you, as a male, you so highly value the external world, buying a car, chrome rims, pumping up the engine, waxing the car, getting a cool haircut. Getting a cool haircut is visual. It is not internal, auditory, emotional. So all you care about is the external world, where she thinks that that's weak. She thinks that's low value. You're like, wait, what? I am telling you right now, being a millionaire, a billionaire is low value to the female mating system. It does not turn her on. But when a man opens up to his right brain, the internal brain, and communicates from this brain and processes in this right brain way, boom, all of a sudden she's triggered, she's attracted, she's falling in love, and she wants to make love to you. And she will put effort forth into turning you on. How many times have you seen this multimillionaire get divorced? He played college basketball or college football, maybe even in the pros. We see these world famous men that are multimillionaires, even billionaires, getting divorced. And you're like, well, and here's I'm just going to be honest. Here's the dumb part about the male brain. We just kind of look the other way when reality smacks us upside the face. And yeah, we don't want to, because our belief is it's all about money, it's all about being tall, it's all about being good looking and all this. For a man it is. You're right, because that's the way your mating system is wired. It is extremely hard to get a male to realize, look, Look, just listen closely. Our mating systems are in the lower reptilian brain. For the man, it has a nerve that connects to the optic nerves, which connect to the eyes. So we are visually, sexually turned on, stimulated. She is not. Now, when I tell this to a man in front of a woman, women look at me like, well, why are you telling him that? I'm like, because he doesn't know that you're not wired that way. And she's like, why? Now, what she's doing is what you're doing. She's viewing the world through the female perspective. She's looking at you thinking, oh, he's like me. He has a nerve. Okay, now here's her nerve. Again, our mating systems for both men and women are in the same place in the lower reptilian brain. She has a nerve that curves off to the right brain. That's the right brain's communication center. Again, it's not logical communication. It's not getting good grades in high school and college English. That's left brain. That will turn her off. So if you've ever said or heard your buddies say, it's almost like women are speaking a foreign language. Because they are. They're speaking the right brain language, the internal language versus the male external language. We are speaking two different languages that go in two different directions that use two different processors. The left brain is like the IBM linear processor. The right brain is the internal circular expansive processor like the Apple computer's processor. So if you have ever banged your head against the wall, you did everything in your power. And I was the same way in high school and in college. I did everything in my power to love my girlfriend. I did everything in my power. I bought her flowers. I bought her roses. I did romantic things. I made dinner. I did this. I did that. You are not doing what her mating system needs to feel emotional connection with you, to fall in love with you, to have sex with you. This is so pervasive that I could tell you, right? Well, what is it, Mike? I'll tell you, and I will tell you. But you're going to be like, what's that? And not only that, but you won't know how to do it. It's so pervasive that you don't even know that you don't even know. And she listens to it, goes, yeah, absolutely, of course. Not knowing that you didn't understand those words. She needs to, I'm going to give it to you right now. She needs to connect with you on a mental and emotional level first before having sex. She needs to have mental stimulation and emotional fulfilling communication that is meaningful and more fulfilling. Alright, that's it. There you go. I'm not going to make another video. I just gave it to you. And if you're going, wait, what? That's because the male brain cannot process those words. Believe it or not, but those were sexual words. They were romantic words. They were sensual words. Those words make a woman... I mean, here's the deal, man. If you actually understood what that meant, you'd be like, wait, that's what it means to a woman? Yes, because the right brain's processor processes words differently than yours. And remember, her mating system is connected to the right brain's what? The right brain, not the left brain's, but the right brain's communication center. Meaning this hidden language that I just spoke triggers, stimulates, and turns on her mating system. Thus, seduction. It is the most romantic language on the planet. The challenge is it was hidden from the male brain. The other challenge is it's number one, it is very possible to teach to the male, but it's not easy. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes work. So, if you want to stop banging your head against the wall, ending up in divorce, even though you make $100,000, $200,000, $250,000 a year, $1 million a year, $2 million a year, and on, take the course. Crack the female code. Crack the female code. It's a 5 to 6 to 7 day training, depending on which one you sign up for. It is a very in-depth course. You're going to have to want to learn it. You're going to have to come with an open mind because it's different from the way that you think, and it will blow you away. What will really blow you away is once you learn enough, and then you go out in public and you listen to women talk, you're going to be like, "Holy shit! women talk this way all the time. I'm like, yep. And then your brain will go back in memory to your high school teachers, your moms, your sisters, your girlfriends, your female friends. You're like, wait, women speak this hidden language all the time. The problem is the left brain cannot process it to the point it doesn't even get picked up on its radar. It doesn't even notice these words, even though it's English and it's spoken every single day. Okay, so you want a tip? I'm going to give you a tip that you never noticed. Alright, so the right brain is the five senses. It's the same brain that animals use. They have to, for survival, they have to be tuned into their five senses: see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. And they have to do it in a circular, expansive way, meaning a circle around them that expands all the way out. Why? Because this keeps them safe from predators, okay? This is the brain that men used to use when they were men. Nowadays, we don't have men, we have little boys. Look at Jeff Bezos, one of the top probably 5 most powerful men in the world. He's a little boy. Look at his face. He's like a little 5-year-old. Hey, look at me. I mean, look at his face. My niece said to me when she was in 11th grade or 12th grade in high school, she said, Uncle Michael, why is it that why is it that older men look like little boys? I said, because they don't want to come out of their logical brain. They're stuck there and they don't want to deal with reality. When a man learns how to open up his right brain, he becomes a man. The right brain is the brain that deals with the real world, with reality, the 5 senses: see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. If we see a tiger a mile away, well, it's scary, but at least we can deal with it. Whereas when you're in your linear brain, it's literally like you can only see what's right in front of you. You're looking down a narrow tube, which blocks out 97% of all reality, meaning you just put yourself and your wife and your family in danger, because you can't sense if an animal's approaching you from a mile behind or a mile to the left, because you're not in peripheral vision, you're not in peripheral auditory, you're not in peripheral kinesthetic. And yes, I will teach you how to do that. You're like, oh, I know how to do peripheral vision. No, you don't. And number 2, that's like 1% of what I mean. What I teach you is to teach your entire nervous system to expand out, not just your visual system. When you do this, it makes her body physically relax. You got to understand, what I'm telling you gives you social power, and it gives you power when it comes to attracting women and making women feel comfortable and safe and relaxed with you. This is the key. It helps her to open up to you emotionally and then sexually. If she's scared, if she's uptight, if you're in that linear world and you're going to dinner, it makes her go on alert, meaning, well, he's being a little boy right now, which means I have to pay attention to the lions, tigers, and bears and the danger around us. Because an animal is not going to approach you from the front, right? Do you really think that a predator is so stupid? I mean, this is what it does for a job. This is what it does for a living. It's not going to approach you from the front and say, hey, just want to let you know, I'm going to attack you in 2.3 minutes and I'm right here. Take a good look at it. It's not going to do that. That's why you have to have peripheral awareness around you. You know, oh, I got peripheral. No, you don't. The modern male has shit. In fact, when you take the course and I teach it to you, a lot of men give up and quit. Like, oh, this is too hard. Oh, this is just a waste of time. I'll just pay for dinners. Yeah, and then eventually she's going to leave you. Again, the dinner setting is not what turns her on. Silverware does not want to make her have sex with you, no matter how clean it is. Eating a dead piece of meat, again, it does not melt her heart, and it does not sexually turn a woman on. Now, here's what does. Have you ever noticed, I noticed it when I was in high school, at the high school dances. And I also noticed it when I got older, in my 20s and early 30s, when I was going to clubs. I always noticed that there'd be these fat guys that didn't play football, they weren't on the team, they didn't work out, they didn't exercise, they didn't lift weights. They were just these fat guys. They weren't tall, they didn't have rich parents, and they weren't good at school because they were just too lazy. And the thing that pissed me off is they always had the cutest, sweetest, most feminine girls clinging to them, leaning on them, hugging them, putting their head on their shoulders. I mean, here I would be at the dance, and these guys are literally, they just got their backs up against the wall, and these girls would walk up and start talking to them and touching them and hugging them, or, oh, can I get a hug? And I would just like, I don't get it. They're not doing anything. Ah, that's the secret. Now, many years later, well, not that many, it was actually my early 20s, I had started going to these NLP trainings, and I learned about something called visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and auditory digital. These are 3 different ways that we access information: visual information, auditory information, and kinesthetic, meaning your physical body, your feelings information, and then your auditory digital, which is your thinking information, okay? Where do you think most men are? Most men are thinking. Thinking is not romantic. That's your logical brain. Thinking turns women off. Thinking is at the bottom of this tip, the tip of the V. This is when you're stuck, and this is what makes men very frustrated. And women do not like to be around this energy. Women want to be at the other end, the bigger picture, because the right brain is the bigger picture brain. Again, peripheral vision. This is where women can breathe, they can relax, because it relaxes your muscles, it relaxes your nervous system, and it relaxes your lungs, and it makes you feel comfortable. And this is where you tune in to your 5 senses. Well, what does that mean? The left brain is totally, completely disconnected from your 5 senses, because the right brain is the brain that's connected to your body, to your eyes, ears, your physical body, your nose, and your tongue. So see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. When you're in your right brain, you're tuned into your 5 senses, and thus you're sensing your environment. This is exactly what a horse does. Now watch this. If you are nervous when you're around a horse feels it. It's almost like you're in a body of water, and when the water gets warm, you both feel it. When the water gets cold, you both feel it. When the water gets like splashed around, you can both feel it. A horse is literally sensing and feeling what you're feeling. So if you're what women call grounded and calm, now that word grounded really makes women feel good, because being ungrounded means you're stuck in your head, and women do not like that. Again, that's the tip of the V, where you're thinking, logic. This disconnects a woman, and she doesn't like that feeling. What she does like is when a man is grounded, connected to his emotions and his feelings, because just like a horse, it'll calm her down. It'll help her to be relaxed. And believe it or not, as the man, that's your job. The problem is the modern male has been brainwashed, lied to, and taught to be thinking, which disconnects you from your power. And all women know this. This is why women are saying, what happened to the good men? Where's all the good men? Those good men got washed out probably by the mid to late 70s. I mean, it's gone. So when you learn how to do these things, being internal, being grounded, connecting to your 5 senses, boom, you stand out like a sore thumb, but in a good way. Women will notice you everywhere you go. It's your eyes. It'll be in your eyes. It'll be in your demeanor. It'll be in your energy. It'll be in the way you communicate. Now, right now, you're like, what's this guy talking about? Because honestly, I'm telling you, okay, everything that I'm saying that you're like, wait, what is this gibberish he's talking about? Women understand it. It's a different language, and that's why it sounds like gibberish. You have to learn how to open up to the right brain's processor to understand it. And then you have to be taught how to speak this language. Once you do it, it'll turn her on. So here I am at the high school dances and, the clubs, and these guys walking, and they're not confident guys. They're not muscular, they're out of shape, they're fat, they're chubby. They're not tough guys, and you're like, well, why are these cute, feminine, beautiful girls just walking up to them and, oh, what's your name? Oh, I'm so-and-so. And like, I couldn't figure it out, and it really pissed me off. Because here I was, a national champion in kickboxing, state champion in boxing, wrestling champion, went to the California State Championships, ranked #1 in NorCal 2 years in a row, went and wrestled in college, Division II, Chico State. I studied martial arts since I was a kid. I probably got into 50 street fights in my life. I was a tough dude. At one point, I was benching 365 pounds. I was a tough guy. Well, clearly that shit didn't work, because I had 2 girlfriends that treated me like shit, and neither one of them was pretty. And for the life of me, I could not get a fucking girlfriend outside of those 2 girls. One was a high school girlfriend, one was in college, and all the way through to I was about 30 years old. By the way, the reason why the caveman is our logo, is our symbol, is our mascot, is because the caveman was deeply connected to his 5 senses. This is what attracted women to him. If you're not connected to your 5 senses, you will not survive in this world. You are not going to make it ahead. So clearly being a kickboxer, national champion, state champion, blah, 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 did not fucking work. So what does work? Being the fat guy leaning up against the wall, not even trying to interact with anybody. Well, what do you mean, Mike? Let me actually explain. You don't actually have to be fat. Now watch this. If you've gotten this far, this is the tip right here. This is scientific. Now the reason why I use that word scientific is because if I don't use that word as a male, you're not going to listen, because that's what the male brain likes. Oh, give me some science. Well, science isn't going to get you laid, but it'll get your attention. So when a baby is in the mother's womb, it gets really used to something for 9 months. Every second, literally every second of being in the mother's womb for 9 months, it receives something every single second for the entire 9 months. And what is it? The mother's heartbeat. And it beats in a very specific rhythm. Again, I'm using words specific. That's a male brain. That's the tip of the V. I'm using it because it works for you, but not for her. So specifically what happens? The mother's heartbeat is a very nurturing symbol. Now what is nurturing? Nurturing is relaxed. Nurturing is calm. Nurturing is slow. I'm going to be even more specific than that. I'm going to give you the exact rhythm. 60 beats per minute, meaning 1 heartbeat per second. And that's what the fat, lazy guys were doing. Because I remember asking these guys, like, so what's your secret? He's like, dude, honestly, I don't know. I'm not a very confident guy. I'm just like coming to the dance because I don't want to be home alone. And I'm just standing here and women just approach me. And here's the other thing. These guys didn't have confidence. They didn't think they could get the girl, so they didn't even try. And because of that, there was no chase, which scares women. When you chase a woman, you push her or scare her away. You literally chase her away. Well, what were the rest of us doing? Well, we were getting on energy drinks and talking fast and walking up to girls, scaring the crap out of them, not even knowing that talking fast and talking like this, blah, blah, blah. The reason why I'm doing this right now is talking blah, 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 is because right now you're probably, whoa, Jesus Christ, dude, this is irritating. Exactly. Imagine being a woman deeply connected to your 5 senses. You really feel that, and that's what I teach you in the course. We condition this into you to be in your 5 senses, so also you begin to sense and feel how fast people talk, how irritating. Logical men, they talk from their nasals, and it sounds very irritating. And that's how you sound. It's fucking irritating. How come I can't get a girl? Gee, I wonder why. So in NLP, one of the things they taught us is, look, if you're going to help people to shift from one emotional state to another, you yourself have to be in the emotional state that you want them to go into, because people unconsciously gain rapport with each other. People sense each other unconsciously. If you're jittery and you're moving, you're jittery and nervous, they're going to feel that, which is going to take them into that state. You have to lead them by being there first. So if you can learn to slow down your heartbeat and be grounded, and again, that it's one thing to say be grounded. And a lot of guys, yeah, I'm grounded, while you're stuck up in your head. Just saying the word doesn't mean you're fucking grounded. You have to learn the techniques on how to actually neurologically and energetically, your electrical system, your actual electrical energy that goes through your body, through your heart, through your brain. You have to learn how to ground it exactly like a grounding wire for a house or a telephone pole. Again, we condition this into you in the course because it's not just teach me a quick technique, Mike. It's like football or boxing or kickboxing. You got to practice, you got to practice, you got to practice. You eventually get better and better and better at it. And the better you get at it, the more results you get. So the reason why I'm showing this young little baby and her father is because she was like hyperventilating. She's crying because she wants her mommy and her mommy's inside. And he's like, well, what's wrong, baby girl? And look how calm he is. Look how he's just sit. He's not moving. He's not grabbing her. He's not kissing her. He's just sit up against the wall there, man. He's like, talk to me. And he doesn't get excited. Like, it's okay, it's okay. He doesn't do that. He just stays calm. He's leading her into his emotions. And this is what you do with a woman. When a woman goes through her emotional hurricanes, she needs the rock of Gibraltar, that big, mountainous, rock-solid, heavy rock that is unmovable. You have to become the calm beneath the storm. So when she reaches out to you and touches you, it connects her and grounds her. So if you're grounded, you become her grounding rock, and she will come to you time and time again when she needs this. This draws women to you, literally. So he just stays there calm, doesn't move, talks slow, and eventually she reaches out and touches his shoulder with her left arm, and she instantly, it's like electricity goes into her, and boom, she gets grounded. You see her calm down 50%, and then she's taking deeper breaths, and she kind of is talking to her daddy, and eventually she slows down, and then finally the daddy goes, do you need a hug, baby girl? She's, yes, daddy, and she hugs him, and just, it's like, she lets it all out. And you can see the relief in this little girl's eyes. Her daddy will be her number one love for the rest of her life. And here's the cool thing, because she learned this at a young age, to connect with a man that's grounded, she will only date men that are grounded like her daddy. So the minute emotional things happen and the guy's like, being a little pansy ass, she's going to be like, yeah, not for me, see ya, bye. And that's what happens to all of you guys. You get on those energy drinks, you talk fast, you move fast, and right off the bat, before, she doesn't even have to be emotional and nervous. She's like, yep, don't want to be around that. So no caffeine, no ginseng, don't do that stuff if you're going to meet a woman. Now, the reason why women go to clubs is because this is a chaotic environment. Loud music, spinning lights, lots of people bumping into each other. She's going to look for the man who's sitting down up against the wall, who's not moving, who's breathing slow, who's calm. Don't even try. Don't even try. How many times have you heard a woman say, stop trying so hard? What she means is talking fast, trying to impress her, trying to get her attention, trying to stop. Just stop. Guys, just stop. If you're nervous, she's going to pick up on it. She's going to start getting nervous, and she's literally going to want to run. If you're calm, if you're emotionally grounded, she's going to calm down, and she's going to want to cling to you like the Rock of Gibraltar. You're unmovable. Now, there's a series of techniques where I teach you how to become internal, like literally to where the outside environment does not affect you. This is what you need to learn how to do. It takes a while. It's not one technique. It's a series of techniques stacked on top of each other. So when you're calm, you tend to be more in tune. You tend to be more aware of the environment around you. Unconsciously, her mating system notices this, and then she calms down. Now let's contrast this with a predator. Well, what do predators do? Well, they stalk. They hunt. Their heart beats faster. They're clenching down. They're excited. They're going to go after. They're chasing. They're trying too hard. See, that's why predators have to hide. is because if the animal notices them, they'll be like, whoa, what's going on with that motherfucker? That dude's pretty intense. And they're like, fuck this, I'm out of here, dude. That's the same thing when you talk fast, you walk fast, you move fast, you do your caffeine, your coffee, your tea, your energy drinks, your green tea. Even green tea has caffeine in it. You don't want to do that shit. In the course, I will teach you how to calm your heartbeat down. There's a series of techniques that literally teach you how to do this, and you're going to have to practice them. But while you're working with me, I will be using my energy to guide your energy, and your body will become more relaxed than it's probably ever been since you were born. Alright guys, that's it. The secret key, 60 beats per minute, which means 1 beat per second. Slow down. And if I could give you one more tip, just start breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. While she's talking, you breathe in a deep, relaxed, calm way. Believe it or not, but that will calm her down, because unconsciously she'll start to breathe deep, and then what she's going to notice is that her body feels relaxed, and that's what's going to attract her to you. Okay guys, remember, click subscribe, click the like button, make a comment, and remember, buy my book, Crack the Female Code. It's also in the Ultimate Package. Alright guys, this is Mike Kollin, and yes, this course gives you a lot more social power, personal power, business power, dating and relationship power. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Go to crackthefemalecode.com, and remember, either buy my Ultimate Package, which I highly recommend. It's on sale for $75 now, normally $225. Or buy my book, Crack the Female Code. See you guys in the next video. Bye.